I just lived and traveled in my camper for the last 7 months with my family. My husband, Brayden, my 2-year-old toddler, B, and my dog, Miss Birdie, that's actually right here. Living and traveling full-time in our camper with our 2-year-old toddler, this is my honest takeaway from the last 7 months. As you can see, we're actually in our house now, so we moved back into our house. Now, one of the big questions that we get from a lot of people is, how do you travel in your camper like that for 6 months at a time? Well, we actually rented out our house October 1st until May 1st. So we rented it out. We live in a mountain town in Colorado, and so we had some people come and live here for the winter. The house was fully furnished with our stuff, and we rented it, and we took off in the camper and went and traveled. Now, I wanted to do this when B was young. I really wanted to establish this routine when my son was young. So hopefully we can travel for the rest of his life, and he really falls in love with seeing new places and having new experiences. My husband loves to travel. I would say I'm the instigator of the travel in our family. I'm always the one that's like, let's go on the trip. Let's book this. Like, let's get the camper and move in. This is our 3rd time living in a camper and traveling full time. So I wanted to do this, especially while our son is young, before schooling and all the things that come with having kids comes up. Now, and of course, you could always unschool and world school, and there's like tons of amazing things out there. My son just turned 3 last week, so we're still kind of figuring it all out. In my head, was like, this is going to be the most incredible experience ever. My son is going to learn how to be so adaptable. He is going to be able to entertain himself and play, and we're going to create all these amazing memories and experiences together. And yes, all of that did happen. But the thing that I didn't realize was going to happen, and honestly, I just thought my son was too young to really remember like where we live and his friends here. And I don't know, like he was 2. He missed our home and got homesick really badly. And this was something I did not anticipate. It wasn't even on my radar when we decided to go on this trip and set off and explore from October 1st to May 1st. Now, it was interesting. The first month, he was excited every day because he wasn't going to his daycare. He wasn't, because we work full time as well. So we do have childcare for him and babysitters. And when we were on the road, we just took turns with him. One of us would work and the other one would hang out with him. But the first month he was really excited, right? He was with mom and dad the entire time. So he was stoked. But as time wore on, he got into this, our house is blue. I miss my blue house. Like he said it like a couple times a day. Whenever he would see different letters of his friends' names, like he goes to this wonderful daycare. Whenever he would see like one of his friends' names, like H. Huck, L. Lisa, like he would see those letters and just cry for his friends. And I thought that just being around his family enough was going to be fine, and like having this amazing experience and creating these memories. And it was great. And I absolutely loved it. But what I can tell you is that, and I don't know, time will tell. Like I said, he just turned 3, but we're back in our house now, and he is so excited to be back in our house. He's so excited to be spending time with his friends. But on the flip side now, he doesn't want to go to daycare anymore because he was so used to spending all of his time with mommy and daddy doing fun things that now he doesn't really want to go to daycare. We're working it out. He's going 3 days a week. We're having fun many days a week. So those were just some things that I wanted to share with you that I didn't anticipate, like going into traveling full time with our child. I didn't anticipate him being homesick. I didn't anticipate him missing his community so much and his friends being only 2, but he did. So that, if you're thinking about traveling full time with your kids, I would really reach out to, like, I would talk to them and explain to them, like, you're coming back, and, or maybe you're not coming back, maybe you're traveling full time with your family, but really have that honest conversation with them. Now, I will say, just because my son is homesick and just because he missed his family, or missed his friends, doesn't mean we're not going to travel again. Because I am a huge proponent of bringing your child into your family. Like, you don't stop everything that you love because you have a kid. Like, you want to bring them into your fold, right? Into the fabric of this family culture that you've already established. That being said, I'm just being more cognizant of how long we travel for. Maybe we'll travel for a month at a time and go to an Airbnb for a month and be in one spot as opposed to moving from spot to spot. Or maybe we'll take the camper to one spot for a month and a half, and then come back. Maybe we won't leave for 7 full months. Maybe it'll be shorter periods of time until he's older and feels more secure in his community and his relationships and in, with transitions, because toddlers do struggle with transitions a lot. So just some things that I'm being mindful of moving forward in the future, and especially just learning your child's personality. Everybody is different. Every kid is different. And so it was interesting to really learn B's personality and learn that, like, he likes, I am the one that's like, let's go. I'm an Enneagram 7. Let's go. Let's do whatever. My husband, Enneagram 6. More stability, wants the plans, like, wants to know what's happening at all times. And so it was interesting to see B, our son, and to figure out who he's becoming and what his Enneagram is, what his personality is, what his preferences are. And then they really became evident while we were traveling full time in our camper. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, now that we're kind of more established and in a home base for the next 6 months in Colorado, I'll be sharing more hiking tips and adventuring with my toddler and just getting outside, some of my favorite gear reviews as well. But make sure to like this video, comment below with anything, and subscribe to our channel. Remember, the world is your oyster. Get out there and have some fun.